Hello, I am Eloise and this is my channel, and yes, I have new hair, and of course I've got my unicorn hairband on. If you haven't watched my Primark haul, make sure you check the description box down below and the video will be there for you to go and have a look at. So today I have done the £20 Primark makeup challenge, and honestly it was really difficult. Some things were more expensive than I thought they would be, and it was pretty difficult trying to get a full face with just £20. So if you want to see me struggle with £20 worth of Primark makeup, then make sure you keep on watching. Okay, so we're going to start off with brows today. I don't know how this eyeshadow palette's going to be. It's a lot of blacks and greys, so it's probably going to fall down my face. So I'd rather just do my eyes first. I'm going to start off with the Skinny Brow Pencil in the shade Dark Brown. They had a light brown, but it was purely ginger, and obviously my eyebrows are very cool toned. Everyone's raving about this. They're all saying it's pretty much the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, but it's £2. So we have a spoolie on one end. I'm just going to brush my brows up and out as per usual. I really appreciate when a brow pencil has a spoolie on the end. And this is the brow pencil, very, very dark. All I'm going to do is fill in my brows. You've seen me do this a million times, so I'm just going to speed through this section. Okay, so it's pretty dark, but I'm just going to go very light-handedly with it. Okay, it's definitely darker than what I would usually go for, but all I'm going to do is just brush through it so it's not as harsh. If you are in need of a dark brown eyebrow pencil, just go and grab the Primark one. It's almost identical to the NYX one, and the NYX one I believe is about £6–7. It's £2, so I'm not hating the colour of this actually. Not bad. I'm just going to run some Subversion through them because I prefer them much fluffier, so bear with. Okay, so I've just carved out my brows using the My Perfect Colour concealer. I've also used it as an eyeshadow base. I want to show you this a little bit later on when I do my skin, because I don't believe we'll be able to see how it works properly just by on the eyes. So I'm going to go in with this Cool Smoke palette, and this was £4, and to be honest with you, I don't usually go for cool tones, but I thought I would challenge myself a little bit. I'm going to start off with this sort of slate grey. It's a matte colour, and I must say there is a really nice mix of matte and shimmers in this palette. So I'm going to take my Zoeva 227, load my brush up with that colour, and I'm going to stamp it in. And I find when I'm using more affordable eyeshadows, this is the best technique for it, because you're literally stamping on that pigment and getting the most out of the eyeshadow. And I want to do a really dark, smoky, cool tone eye today. It's not something I've done on my channel yet. This isn't the most pigmented eyeshadow, which is what I suspected. Seems to be sticking in some places, going a little bit patchy. Let's go in with this shade, and I'm just going in with my 224 by Zoeva. That's blended it out quite nicely. Sometimes I really like cool tones on my eyes because I feel like it makes the blues come out, but I can only really tell when I've got my full face on, and then right at the end I'll be like, yeah, I like that eyeshadow, or no, that's hideous. It's blended out nicely, but that grey isn't as dark as I wanted it to be. So I'm just going to go in with my 227 again and take this black, which is called Marble Swirl. A lot comes off on the brush, and it seems to be building up quite nicely. I'm going to go back in with my 224. I want to do quite a winged out sort of shape today. Seems to be quite blending out quite nicely. I'm just going to pack that black on now. So buffing out the edges as we go. That's not bad actually. Clouded and Marble Swirl seem to be working quite nicely. So we'll just keep blending and building those colours up until I'm happy. There's only a slight patch here, but I think that's where I put the first grey colour down. I think I want to go in with this slightly darker grey, which is Suited. And I haven't got any setting spray with me. I may just have to go in on its own. It looks very chunky. Oh, very nice actually. So I've just grabbed my Urban Decay eyeshadow primer in the shade Original to act as like a glitter glue. I'm popping that on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to pat that on with a flat brush. just so I've got something tacky for it to sit on. Now I do this with most of my shadows, so I'm not really cheating. And I want it to go quite high up, so that when I'm blinking and stuff, it doesn't transfer. And I'm going to go back in with that sparkly colour. I'm not swiping it, I'm patting it so that you get the most amount of pigment and the most amount of sparkle. Now I'm not a silver and a grey kind of gal, but I love that colour. I'm going to go in with this really flimsy brush, and I'm going to take that black and I'm just going to start to put that into the inner corner where the shimmer is, so that it sort of went a little bit patchy when I added that glitter glue on top. I'm just redefining that shape, and then I'm going to take my 224 and a little bit more of that cool tone brown just to help blend that out. So glittery, I love it. So I knew I was going to do a dark smoky eye, so I bought this kohl pencil. It was £1. So all I'm going to do is line my lashes. Oh, let's see how good it is first. Yeah, quite black actually. Very creamy. Just taking a really small brush and blending that pencil into that outer corner. I'm also going to set the rest of the pencil, make it a little bit more black because it's not as black when you put it on the eye, especially when there's a shimmer down. I'm liking that shape that I've created, so I think I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm quite feeling it. So I'll do the other eye and I'll come right back. So I think it's looking kind of even, looking very messy right now, but I'm sure we will be able to clean it up. Yeah, so I've got this volumizing lasting impact mascara. This was £1. Got a kind of wand that I quite enjoy, so we're just going to pop this on. Obviously you can't really see my lashes because we've got black eyeshadow on, but I wouldn't really say this is volumizing. I would literally just say it's coating my lashes. I don't know if you can see. Yeah, it's not really doing much, but can you complain? It was £1. I'm going to clean my under eyes, maybe pop some lashes on, and then we'll come back to finish the face. Okay, so I've popped some lashes on and cleaned up my under eyes because they were looking very sparkly. Yeah, I'm quite feeling this makeup. We'll have to see when we put the rest of the makeup on. So when I bought this Primark makeup, I was more tanned than I am, but I've got a roll neck on today, so it doesn't really matter what colour my face is. So I've got My Perfect Colour Perfect Finish Foundation, medium coverage, semi-matte finish, vitamin E, and this was £2.50, and I got the shade Sand. So I think this is going to be way too dark for me, but we'll just roll with it anyway and buff it out with an optical blurring like I normally would. That's actually quite a nice match. I wouldn't say that's a demi-matte finish. It literally smells like, what does that smell like? Like baby products. Like those little nappy bags that you put the dirty nappy in, that's what it smells like. So I couldn't actually get any powder because I ran out of money. Obviously this is a £20 challenge. So powder is off the cards today. Judging by the formula, it should be okay. So that is one layer. I'm quite liking this foundation. Maybe it is more of a demi-matte finish because you can still see quite a nice sheen on the tops of my cheekbones. Yeah, I think I'm liking that, and it's definitely a medium coverage, which is what it claims to be. It will be interesting to know if this foundation breaks me out, because with the Revolution Conceal and Define foundation, that foundation was lovely on the skin and it lasted a really long time, but the next day I broke out, so it wasn't so great for my skin. So it would be good to know if this one does the same, but so far I'm liking the finish, which is great. So now I've got My Perfect Colour concealer. This is in the shade Ivory, and it's a medium coverage vitamin E and aloe vera, which is great. Now this says it's a medium coverage. I can tell by the formula that it may not give me the most amount of coverage. It's slightly sort of watery feeling. Let's see how this blends out. So it blends away really nicely. That's nice. I'm going to leave the concealer on my under eyes for a little bit longer, just so it builds up the coverage a little bit more, because I can see it's quite streaky, so that means it's not going to have too much coverage and I need all the help I can get. Okay, let's blend that away. That brightens up really nicely underneath the eyes actually. I'm really happy with how that's looking. I'm really surprised. Like, I don't know why I'm always so surprised about cheap makeup, but this is a bit I've been dying to try out. This is the Pure highlighter in the shade Arctic Ice, and it is pretty much a complete copy of Fenty Beauty, but I want to try it anyway because it looks so metallic when I swatched it. Oh no, slightly too dark for my skin tone because you can see it. You can see it from the front. It's so pretty though. Maybe this can be my base highlighter. Maybe I could use something in the eyeshadow palette to brighten this up a little bit. Lovely and reflective, but from the front you can see it. I don't know if you can see it in camera, but I can definitely see that. It's not brightened it up, but it's made it really super sparkly, which is nice. So I've just used that colour there. It makes a lovely highlighter. For bronzer, couldn't get a actual bronzer, so I had to improvise and I bought My Perfect Colour mattifying powder, medium coverage, smooth application in the shade Toffee. This was £2. It looks like quite a nice bronzing colour. Base powders as bronzers work really, really well because they're so finely milled, and obviously they're not super pigmented, so they build up really nicely. See, it's really super blended. I haven't got a blush either, which makes me sad. I literally couldn't even find one, which was the annoying thing. We're almost done. All I need to do is my under eyes and my lips and we're done. So I'm just going to take that kohl pencil and pop that in my waterline. I'm just going to pop that slightly underneath my lashes as well. I'm only going to go to about 2/3 of the way, so I want to put some of that glitter in that inner corner. Blends out super easy. That was literally 3 strokes and it was blended. And I'm going to take my 227 just to link that up to the outer corner. I'm going to take my 224 just to help blend those edges. And can you see the difference between each eye? The lower lash line eyeshadow is so crucial for me. It makes my eyes look so much bigger. And then I'm going to take a tiny little flat angled brush and that shimmery silver. And I'm just going to tuck that in there. So those are the eyes done. I'm actually really feeling this look. I'm quite enjoying the cool tones on my eyes today. So let's get on to the lippies. Now I bought this lip liner in the shade Toast for £1. Nice peachy nude. And then we're going to go in with Faith, which is this other Fenty Beauty like packaging. It says it's a lipstick that's got gloss in it. That's a nice colour. Oh, that smells like something, but I can't think what it is. I really like that colour. That's lovely. I'm actually really happy with how this has turned out. I don't know if the lip goes with the eyes, but we just have to roll with it. So this is the finished look, and I'm actually really impressed with the quality of these products from Primark. Like, the eyeshadows weren't super pigmented, but they were really nice to work with. I didn't have too much trouble other than that grey shade in the first place. The foundation was lovely. Actually, I'm really impressed with the foundation. It's not super matte, which is why I like it. It's got more of like a demi-matte finish. It mentioned vitamin E in there, which is always something that I look out for in a foundation. £2.50 as well. Really good. This lipstick is lovely. I wasn't a massive fan of the lip pencil. It's a little bit too peachy nude. I prefer something a little bit more dark and rosy so that I can ombre. It was very, very similar to the actual lipstick colour, but the lipstick itself was beautiful. Concealer was okay. Not the biggest fan, but everything came to £20, so I did it. I completed the challenge. Woo. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a huge thumbs up. Comment down below because I love reading all of your comments. Subscribe and all that jazz. I'm Eloise, this is my channel, and I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.